Hello everybody and welcome back to another Dark Follower 88 video. Sorry I haven't been uploading really lately. I have been kind of busy in real life. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I figured I would throw out a video explaining that I've been busy in real life. I know this one's probably going up slightly later than what everybody's used to. However, keep a lookout for the next Thursday, when I upload, which is every other Thursday in a month, because I will have another episode of the Division 2 going up. So there's that. I was gonna just sit there and run through a couple dungeons or a dungeon or two with y'all on my Paladin, which I've been leveling up lately because I kind of miss playing Holy Paladin. So, without further ado, let's get into some dungeons. And yes, my Paladin is on the Alliance side right now. However, most of my other tunes are on the Horde side. And if you would like to see some of the raids that we do and all of that, please leave a comment below. I will try to get some of the raid fights recorded and get them out to y'all. I won't record the whole raid anymore because the 3-hour long videos and the 3-hour for the raids are kind of long. But I will get some of the fights out for y'all, and I will break them down and explain some of them if you would like that, as well as, like, I'm sitting here talking with one of my guild's healers. He's a monk healer, and I've been thinking of releasing like not a full this is what you need to do to be a good healer video, but a video that's like pretty much saying here's the basics if you want to start healing, and here's a couple add-ons that you can get to help you. Like me, I use Healbot and Decursive. Healbot to heal and Decursive to obviously take off the stuff that Cleanse can take off, or I forget what the Druid one's called, but the Druid Purge, and then so on and so forth for each healer. But keep a lookout for that, because it will be a helpful kind of video for newer healers and new players who want to get into healing. It's really not that hard to get into healing, but if you haven't done it before, I figure maybe a small short guide can help. It's just everybody has to keep in mind that not everybody plays the same way. Like, I play completely different from the healers in my guild. However, once you get into a guild and get into a good group, if you are a healer, then you can always sit there and synergize with the group. So my spec won't work for everybody, and vice versa, because like I said, everybody plays differently. But this isn't supposed to be that kind of video right now. I was just throwing out a video to inform y'all. I'm trying to get into at least one dungeon here before I end the video. However, it looks like, I mean, we got a minute left, so. But, yeah, keep a lookout for more of my videos coming out. And like I said, if you want to see anything dealing with my main server, then leave a comment below. I will definitely go through and do some helpful videos on the Horde side for those who, like me, were Alliance but switched to Horde. Like, I will show you where some vendors are and stuff like that. I know there's already videos out like that, but I would rather put out helpful videos on WoW than try to do what everybody else is doing, which is like, oh, this is how you gold farm, this is how you map farm, this is how you can get power leveled pretty quickly. It's just, my thing about it is I've watched a lot of those videos and watched a lot of those videos, but not everything that works for others works for everyone. So I would like to put out videos that are actually helpful. I mean, the gold, don't get me wrong, the gold videos, the farming videos and all that are helpful. They really are. But a lot of it requires an add-on, which I do have, called Trade Skill Master. But I just don't, I'm not the best at gold farming or mat farming, at least this expansion, so I'm trying to figure out a way that works for me, and while still enjoying the game and having fun. But we're getting into the dungeon now, hopefully, if this last DPS will actually click accept. Then I can show you at least one of the new dungeons out here as a healer, from a healer's point of view. Now keep in mind, I'm still leveling up on this healer, so I'm not max level, but I am going to be going the Glimmer Paladin build. I just don't have any of the set that or any of the gear, Azerite gear that I need that has Glimmer on it just yet. I'm hoping to get that here soon. Okay, so this is called Waycrest Manor. It's a pretty straightforward, simple, well, I wouldn't say straightforward, because you got 4 doors right here in this main room, any of which can be open at any given point in time. And it seems like the door is on the top floor right now. But the way you play Glimmer Paladin is you're up in melee range with the tanks, so you can actually use your Crusader Strike on cooldown to cool down your Holy Shock, because Holy Shock is going to be your main spell that you use. Once you get the Azerite piece for Glimmer, then when you Holy Shock somebody, it's going to put a healing buff on them called Glimmer, which honestly right now a lot of people, including myself, feel like it's broken because it just heals for a lot. But I mean, it's good because now paladins are actually coming back into being like very viable for Mythic Pluses, raids, etc. Which I'm glad about because I miss Holy Paladin. I used to be a Holy Paladin when I first started healing. So I really do miss playing a Holy Paladin. I'm actually leveling one up on the Horde side as well, because that's how much I miss Holy Paladin. But I figured I would level this one because this one was already 110. Sorry, I'm focusing on what I'm doing right now. But this fight is kind of straightforward and simple. Once you get one of them to 50%, they will change and you just start attacking the one that gets bigger. Now, when you get into higher difficulties, considering this is normal, you will get different things that they do. Like the very first one, as you saw, mind control. This one, you have to keep moving. When you get to, I think it's Mythic, it might be Heroic. They might have changed it since they've changed a lot of things in the game so far since Eternal Palace came out. And Eternal Palace is the new raid. It's pretty interesting actually. It's it's like it's under the palace itself is underwater. And there's one boss in there that is an underwater boss. Which I think the underwater combat they did in this one actually was it was a lot better than in the zone that they made in Cataclysm. I still like the zone in Cataclysm, but it was... I don't think it's what they expected. And they just got such bad feedback from it that there hasn't really been any kind of underwater thing until this new raid. And Nazjatar is a great and beautiful area. There is so much work put into Nazjatar that it's just insane at the detail and all of that all the work that the developers put in, or well, the graphic designers put into Nazjatar. It's a beautiful, wonderful area to go around and quest and do world quests and dailies and all of that. And I don't know if this paladin is actually, or this druid is actually using his cooldowns, because that was a little tough to heal there. Well, it looks like he is using frenzied if I can talk, frenzied regeneration, but I think he is still pulling a little too much, because I can't really do the whole Glimmer Paladin thing where I'm standing in melee and actually doing damage while healing. There we go. Because that's what a Glimmer Paladin does. Like I said, they stand in melee range and do damage while healing because of this talent right here, Crusader's Might. Crusader Strike reduces the cooldown of Holy Shock and Light of Dawn by 1.5 seconds. And considering Holy Shock is on a 7-second cooldown, that is a great talent to have when you're using Holy Shock, like mainly as your heal. I'm a little terrible at explaining things while doing stuff. I mean, I would love to do voiceovers and everything. However, I would rather explain it while doing it, while it's fresh in my mind, than trying to look back at it and be like, oh, what did I do there? I don't remember what I did there, so I can't explain that when I don't remember what I'm doing. So if you hear me clicking buttons and hitting my keyboard, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get that fixed. I'm still learning software that I downloaded for my microphone. And if those of you who didn't know, I did get a new microphone back in May. It's Blue Yeti now instead of the Blue Snowball. I still have the Snowball and I'll still use it for other videos when I'm not at home, but for right now I'm using my Blue Yeti while I'm at home because it's an all-around better mic in my opinion. Let me pop my mini hero, or well, yeah, on Alliance it would be Hero, for Horde it would be Lust. But it's another talent called Holy Avenger. It increases my haste by 30% and my Holy Shock healing by 30% for 20 seconds. So it is a mini hero for a Paladin. Even leveling up, as you can see, I have a talent that throws a heal over time from my Holy Shock on my target. It's not the Glimmer talent, but like I said, I am working toward getting at least one piece of gear that has that talent on it. Because right now that talent is very, very, very good. But like you're seeing right here, all I've really got to do is pop my wings and I can burst heal the tank back to pretty much full. I've played a Holy Paladin for so long that it's not new to me. I actually can just run through and heal on a Holy Paladin like it's going out of style. And I love playing a Holy Paladin. As you can see, I'm wearing the as you saw, I've got a transmog from Icecrown Citadel that is one of my favorite armor sets for a Paladin. Well, I just upgraded my boots.
You go on, find Lady Waycrest, settle the score.
Oh, dear. It seems you have slaughtered my entire household. The carnage is ripping through the floorboards.
This build is mainly focused around Holy Shock, so I'm still learning it. However, I've got the gist of what I need to know for it, and I think that's what's working in my favor. That, and have played a Holy Paladin, like I said, since Wrath of the Lynch King. So, I can pretty much do anything that, or any build on a Paladin, and I should be fine. We're almost through with the dungeon. As you can see over in the right, it tells you how many bosses that you have down now. I know a lot of you probably already know that. However, I just pulled somehow following the tank. Okay. Don't know why that happens every now and then. I didn't realize I was the one that pulled until I looked up and saw that I was the one being targeted. This next boss is a little tricky, I guess you could say, or interesting, something like that. It's Lady Waycrest and her husband. And what's going on in the Waycrest Manor is Lady Waycrest, as you can see over there, is pretty much not human anymore. And her husband is basically a puppet for her.
Oh, look, husband. Your supper has arrived.
So she sends him out to come and try and kill us. and we have to fight him first, and every time he gets low on health, she refills his health by sacrificing some of hers to keep him alive.
2, 1.
After you drop his health one more time,
2, 1.
she will jump over here and start fighting you, as you can see here. Now we've got to fight them both. It's not really that hard a fight. Even on higher difficulties, this fight is simple. A lot of people try to avoid Waycrest Manor because it's kind of a maze going through it. I enjoy the place, and I need to do a key in on a couple of my tunes in here. I've been slacking on keys this week because of the affixes. The affixes
At long last,
I don't really enjoy this week. Like, they aren't that they aren't bad as
You lack vision. Death is an inevitable force that stalks
they aren't as
you
bad
at
as
every
Grievous
turn.
and Quaking. Grievous and Quaking was two of the worst affixes to have together. This week you've got
defeated you ages ago.
Necrotic and Bursting.
Ancestors
So
wiped
they
out
are
their
kind of
people,
bad,
but
but they're
could not
manageable as long as you stagger kills and you have
countless
a tank that knows how to kite with the necrotic.
at long last.
And if you have a good healer, then your DPS can kind of go ham and drop 3 to 4 of the mobs at a time instead of having to just sit there and wait and wait and wait to kill the stuff to where you can get better results from the dungeon and the timer.
We cannot allow Gorak Tool to cross into
I
our world.
need to actually do keys this week. I haven't really done many keys this week as of late, so I'm still not really doing much. Let's see if this has it on it.
Vessel
It does not.
in the blighted lands.
We've done it.
But
Gorak Toll has been banished.
that is Waycrest Manor, and this is my video informing everyone on why this video has came out late. I am extremely sorry for the late video. And as always, this is Dark Follower 88 signing out.